Also, please do like, share, subscribe. Do hit that notification bell also if you haven't done so already. I truly appreciate that. Okay, lovely Leos. Let's see what we have for you. There are things that you're starting to put in order. That you're gonna start to become a bit more orderly with things, and I'm also seeing something about old-fashioned. Being old-fashioned with some things, like in a good way, or whatever that is for you, whatever the good way is for you. But there's something that kind of like brings a smile to your face. And I do see it's like somebody else coming in that's a little bit, when I say old fashioned, perhaps like chivalry, not that it should be old fashioned, should continue, right? It's some things are gonna come in, you're like, chivalry is not dead. No, it's not dead. And so there's things like that, like you're out with somebody and they open the door for you, getting in the car and things like that. Whatever it may be to you, whatever you like. I do see that things like that are starting to come back around you with who you spend your time with. Let me know if that makes sense, or if that's you. But yes, and in terms of order, I do see like some of you are fixing up your house, you're putting things away, you're just like starting to have this order. Be careful of draining your energy or feeling like, because I do see you could be doing too many things all at once, and it just says to take your time. Like, be good to yourself and don't overdo it. There is a period where you're saying yes to everything, to many things. Yes, I'll do this. Yes, yes, yes. Can you take on more work even though your schedule doesn't allow it? And you say yes. So it does say just to be aware, be careful, because if you're focusing on too many things and there's something that you really want to get off the ground, it may be pushed back just because you have all the other things that you need to focus on. So that's just one thing to be aware of, again, that goes in with putting things in order, trying to just, I'm seeing like you have a spreadsheet or like something you're writing down to see how to better your schedule in many ways. There is a freeing kind of energy, like there's a butterfly effect here, some sort of transformation that you're starting to feel a lot more free and a lot more yourself, and not being scared to be yourself. Be yourself. It's the most freeing thing. Definitely see that. It's a very fantastic transformation, because I do see some of you, perhaps you hid yourself. You were afraid to like fly and really just show the world who you are, who you can be. Like I see the spotlight being on you here, Leo. No more kind of pretending or hiding behind anybody else. And I do feel like in a way you felt like you were protecting yourself, you had your guard up. Something here is changing for sure. You're like, no, this is me, and if you don't accept me for who I am, then bye-bye kind of thing. And I do see you're not wasting any time with someone or with anybody that does not appreciate you, who you are. There is something that, like I see your ideals, or there's an ideology that you are... It's interesting. There's some sort of ideology that you have that's starting to fit in a place in your life. It's like it's no longer just an ideal, like it's actually being played out. And I'm seeing a library, books, research, studying, things like that, finishing off certain things or papers, exams. It's like tying up loose ends and just having to like polish a few things. Something that was a little bit like rough around the edges, you're cleaning up, doing really well with that. I do see you excelling at something in particular. I also see, very random, I'm getting lots of messages now, something about a race car. I don't know if you like to to go watch that, or you have one, or I don't know, something like that. Let me know. And I also see eating the like finer things, I do see kind of like splurging out here and there. There is a friendship that's going to improve. That it's like some friendship that felt a little bit strained and is becoming more in harmony and together as well. You may notice a shift in the dynamics with other friendships, with other relationships that you have in your life, where it's like, oh, you're growing in different ways, and you may not connect to some others anymore. Again, this is you in your freeing period, and it's really special. There is something that in a relationship you felt like you were holding it all together, and you are starting to open up and just whatever it may be, let it be. Whatever it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and you're starting to just relax and let go of that, and not, because if it weren't for you, perhaps this relationship wouldn't happen. So things like that are starting to come through, and you're starting to. It's a very revealing time to see whether that person is actually going to put in as much effort as you do as well. It'll be very, very telling. Oh, the Emperor. All right. The Emperor, the Temperance, and the Six of Cups. Okay. The Emperor, the Temperance, and the Six of Cups. I do see there's a very strong character around you that has somebody older, somebody that looks out for you. They may not have always been open about it, but that's not for everybody. But that's coming through. Somebody strong, and there's something that's coming through where you're like, oh wow, oh, not Temperance, it's the Strength card. Sorry, apologize. It's the Strength card. And it was giving me the energy of the Temperance, so Strength card. Leo, this is you. Also, you came out. Oh my god, how slow am I? I feel like something is going to be revealed, where it rings so true, and it connects deeply into your soul here. And I do see that you're being looked after very, very well, spiritually or somebody physically here. And something, it's like you're getting it all together, and something, you are being brave about, being courageous. And I do see something that you are the one out of all your friends that dare to step out of your comfort zone, doing things differently. You think differently, and something about travel as well. There's something that is being presented in front of you, like a special kind of opportunity, something where you've been guided to it. That's something that is connected to your soul, to your heart. And I feel like it's in more than just one area. Matters of the heart, your living situation, really finding yourself. Oh, Leo, okay, really finding yourself. Look at that, the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Here with the Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, Leo, I feel like you really deserve this. Something that you have planted certain seeds from a while back, and as you're going through all of this, something is you're starting to see shoots come through, like something is starting to develop and grow, whatever it is that you've planted a while back. And it's starting to really bear strong fruits that you're going, as I was saying, you're not hiding yourself anymore. It's like, no, you know what? You're presenting, it's like the world is presenting you to everybody as someone that a lot of people are looking up to. And you may not realize it or notice it in the beginning, but I do see something here, Leo, where you should be really, really proud of yourself. And I do get something that you've been working on where you were very committed about it. And you're starting to really, it's starting to have like a recognition. I just see this big limelight that you are in. Whatever it is that you've been working towards, that you've been going forward with, but also have had to have patience, is starting to really pay off. It's like, I mean, massive success here with that. The High Priestess. Oh, I get here with the High Priestess something to do with your luck, actually. It's like you feel more and more in tune. You listen to your higher self. I do get something about you being very, very protected, and things that you have learned spiritually along the way. You're starting to recognize this in the patterns in your life, and starting to utilize what you know, utilize your knowledge, and the kind of energy that you have, whatever it is in terms of your spiritual. This is some sort of spiritual awakening. It's like things that are happening in your in the physical life. It all stems from certain manifestations or visions that you have had along the way, from possibly from childhood, possibly something here that you um, confided only to a few, and starting to see this come through and heal and grow. And I just feel like I also get so interesting. I get here with the High Priestess paradise. Like you're finding your own paradise and you'll be living it as well. Let's see what the Moonology cards have for you, for Leo, please. Ooh, be bold and make the first move. Be bold and make the first move. Look at that. And as I was saying, you're not hiding anymore. You're going out there in the world and saying, this is me. This is me. Look at that. Look at that. I feel like, and as I was saying, it's like you are the one, maybe with the few in everybody that you know, your family, your group of friends, that you have dared to, step out of this kind of comfort zone, think outside the box, and dare to do something differently. And I do see there's something that you are receiving, blessings from this. Be bold and make the first move. Whatever it is, it's like, no, don't waste any time. Don't waste, and there's nothing for you to, you follow your heart, basically. Follow your heart. There's no particular formula, in a particular situation. If, for example, if you're messaging with someone, and they haven't responded, and you feel like because you're the last person to message, they should respond. It's like a game that you don't have to play, if you know what I mean, if that makes sense. You're doing really well for yourself, Leo.